Musicians are complex beings. Each one is different in their own way. To learn about one is almost like a journey, so without further ado, welcome to the world of Anderson Paak. He's a special musician, someone who can be described as a celebration of music, of culture, of California, of family, and much, much more. He's someone who, over the years, has managed to gain a following from both critics and a core fan base. Whether it's the energy he brings to his live shows or the technical education he had when he was younger, Anderson Paak is someone who's dedicated his life to making people feel his music, not just listen. He used to call himself Breezy Lovejoy, where he made several projects. Out of Body Experience Volume 1 was a technical foundation in his work. You can hear his harmonies and drum grooves. While Lovejoy was an expansion of this sound, you can hear a lot of his electronic influences and thematic constructions here. Violets Are Blue, which was made before either, was simpler but still had 3 tracks that were tightly knit with attention to detail. Despite having a ton of layers each, they always felt like a production rather than a throwaway. Born Brandon Paak Anderson to a Korean mother and an African-American father, his early musical abilities were honed by members of his local church. But his early life wasn't easy. His mother was abused by his father, for which he went to prison for and later died. His mother later became a successful strawberry farmer, and then a while after went to prison with his stepfather for tax evasion and gambling. Paak himself married young at 21 and then divorced soon after. He would later enroll at the Musicians Institute in Hollywood, meet his second wife, and begin under the moniker Breezy Lovejoy. It was in this period of uncertainty when he was homeless that he formed crucial relationships with people. These include members of his current band, the Free Nationals. Jametta Rose helped him in the Free Nationals play at her Nappy Thursday events, and Akandu was a rapper who helped Paak put out his first Anderson Paak EP cover art. There are many more important people who helped him along the way, including Shafiq Hussain and Callum Connor, but when Dr. Dre took an interest in him after a studio session and featured him on Compton, that's when Paak started to gain serious traction. The journey so far then for him was not easy, and was a culmination of many people's efforts and above all an extreme amount of resilience. He's a reminder that even in uncertain times, giving up is not the only option. His first release as Anderson Paak, the EP cover art, consisted of him paying homage to the past by doing soulful covers of classic rock songs. Venice was a step in the experimental direction with genres ranging from drum and bass to hip-hop. But Malibu was among 2016's very best with good reason. It contained a broad range of genres and sounds without feeling disjointed and had strong features including BJ, the Chicago Kid and Schoolboy Q. Later in the year, he dropped Yes Lord with underground producer Knowledge, which showed his desire and excitement to experiment with new sounds. 2 years later, he dropped Oxnard, which was built with Dr. Dre's help and continued to exude charisma and groovy energy. In 2019, he released Ventura, which continued his trend of strong instrumentation with a more upbeat vibe than Oxnard. The accolades he's received over the years is proof of how he built up his niche. Paak can sing about personal strife and his environment around him without losing that key sense of optimism. Songs off Malibu represent this. For example, The Waters has commentary on the struggles of fame and how one has to change their mindset to deal with it. The track Put Me Through speaks on emotional pain and the heights an individual has to go through to learn someone's true character, but also has comments on the struggle between leaving from abuse or staying out of comfort. While Silicon Valley is a track that covers the insecurities people have when it comes to emotional connections, but also speaks of focusing on superficial traits versus mental traits. The Bird is one of Paak's more reflective stories, singing of his hardships when young and his resolve to be successful. Celebrate is one of the more positive tracks. Paak recounts all of the things he's accomplished. It's a song that reminds us not to take even simple things for granted. He endlessly studied a varied set of musicians, such as pop pioneers the Beatles, R&B legend Marvin Gaye, alt-rock genius Beck, soul queen Aretha Franklin, the influential Miles Davis, bass master Larry Graham, and hip-hop trailblazer Snoop Dogg. He's not just a culmination of the people that helped him, he's also a result of the culture that he grew up with. The way he easily fits into an Ernie Barnes painting like he showed in his Bubbling music video is a statement that music is more than a set of sounds. He understands that it should affect people, that it can make someone laugh, cry or celebrate. He made Malibu with very little, and now he has money, fame, and recognition. It led him to complete a trilogy of albums that represent the areas he grew up in: Malibu, Oxnard, and Ventura. But they're also projects that represent who he was when he was couch surfing across Southern California, a passionate, determined, and original creative. Those are traits he knows will always matter, regardless of his success. Yeah, it's taken more than a decade for him to get where he is. Good times won't come often, and there are no shortcuts to hard work, but opportunities will always be present no matter the circumstances. It's your own responsibility to find them and capitalize on it. Anderson Paak is testament to that.